At the age of 17 years, 7 months and 24 days, Mateus Mane became Wolverhampton Wanderers' youngest ever Premier League player. But who is this young man that Wolves fans are keeping a close eye on and have high hopes for in the future? Yes, everybody, welcome back to Talking Wolves. Welcome back to a new video where we're going to be highlighting Mateus Mane, taking a look at the young man to learn a little bit more about this player. As always, if you're watching, be sure to smash that like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Whether you're a Wolves fan wanting to learn a little bit more, whether you're a football fan interested in this young talented forward, or whether you're watching this in 2 or 3 years time where hopefully Mateus has broken into first team football, and fingers crossed he's been a success at Wolverhampton Wanderers as well. But let's learn a little bit more about Mateus Mane. Originally born in Portugal, in an area close by to Lisbon, he actually moved to Manchester at the age of 8, where he was then eventually picked up by Rochdale. He never actually made a first team appearance for Rochdale, but was named on the bench for them February of 2024 against Dagenham and Redbridge as an unused substitute. A month later, he was heavily linked with Wolves by top journalist Fabrizio Romano, who had revealed that the player was set to join. And then just days later, the journalist revealed Mane's arrival at the club, signing a 2-year scholarship deal. The forward had played a few games for the under-18s at the end of last season, scoring his first goal and getting his first assist on the final day of the under-18 season against Derby County, where he looked a level above anybody else on the pitch. But the jump from the under-18s to the first team for this young man has been incredible, really. Playing a huge chunk of the under-18s games earlier on this season, where he boasted a really impressive record, scoring 7 goals and 4 assists in just under 1,300 minutes, and then pretty much jumping straight up now into first team action without really kicking much of a ball for the under-21s. In fact, across 3 appearances, he's played less than 90 minutes for the 21s so far, so it's a real big jump from the under-18s to first team football for Mateus Mane. However, his talent has been spotted across the continent. At the time of recording, Mateus has made 7 appearances for the England under-18s, making his debut last September as a 16-year-old. However, his international career has also caused some debate. Back in October 2024, both England and Portugal had named Mane in their under-18 squad. It's not a situation completely unique for Wolves, however, when Wesley Okudua, a young man who was named in many Wolves first team squads last year, had also had the England youth setup and the US men's national team youth setup chasing him for their squad selections as well. In a recent interview with the Wolves Express podcast, though, Mateus has said he hasn't made a decision on who he wants to represent at an international level. He's just happy that these teams are recognising him. At the moment, though, it seems like he is preferring England, as that's the only international country he's represented so far, where he has got options to represent England, Portugal or Guinea-Bissau if he preferred. Fast forward to February of this year, though, and Mateus Mane was named in a Wolves first team squad for the first time as an unused substitute against Fulham. He was then named on the bench for our wins against Tottenham Hotspur and Manchester United, again as an unused substitute. But after making the bench on Saturday, Vitor Pereira turned to Mateus Mane to give the young man his Premier League and Wolves debut. In doing so, Mateus Mane became Wolves' youngest ever player in the Premier League, overtaking Anthony Ford, who made his debut 10 days after his 18th birthday against Chelsea in 2011. Mane has recently said, when the manager called me over, I was ready for it. I was ready to come on and show the fans what I can do. They just told me to go and enjoy myself, do what I do in training and just express myself. Vitor Pereira was also asked about Mane after the game against Brighton, and these were his thoughts on the player.
We did just see a little bit of Mateus Mane right at the end there. I know it's the first few minutes for him. That must be a useful experience for him. You must like what you've seen.
Because he's a player with talent, and for sure it will be in our team next season in the first team, because he has the quality and the talent to be. And for me, was not only not just to give him the opportunity to play, is because in that time we needed to do something on the attack, and I think he's a player that can do it.
It's great to hear what Vitor has got to say, and it's refreshing to see, of course, what he's been doing on and off the pitch since his arrival in December. But Vitor Pereira has got a really interesting and decent track record at improving and developing these young players. Hopefully something that Wolves fans can look forward to. Attacking midfielder James Rodriguez had his first real breakthrough season in Europe under Vitor Pereira back in the 2011-12 season at FC Porto. He's also been credited with having a positive impact of the career of Mangala at Porto, who was eventually sold to Manchester City for over 30 million. Some more recent examples include Arda Güler, who made his Turkish Super League debut at the age of 16, with Vitor noticing Güler's maturity, talent and self-confidence during training. Güler now plays for Real Madrid and is one of the most exciting talents in European football. Kadioglu is also another one who joined Brighton last summer for 25 million, playing as a right winger when Vitor Pereira joined the Turkish club Fenerbahce. Vitor challenged him to become a top fullback, and now the 24-year-old is now a quality attacking left-back option for Brighton. With Vitor being a youth coach in his earlier days, this will definitely influence that, but it is really exciting to see what will happen in the future. If Vitor Pereira sticks to his word and keeps Mateus Mane involved from next season, where is he going to fit in? Well, if we look at Vitor's formation, currently using the 5 at the back, the 2 holding midfielders, the 2 inside 10s and the forward, it's pretty obvious that Mateus is more than likely going to be playing in one of those top 3 roles. As of right now, Wolves seem to be getting more joy with a more physical striker through the middle, which Mateus Mane probably doesn't have the tools for just yet. So one of the inside 10 roles is probably somewhere we're going to be expecting to see Mateus Mane next season if he is given those opportunities in the first team. Hopefully we do see Mateus Mane become another player to break into first team football following the influence of Vitor Pereira. His jump from under-18s football to the first team has been quite quick, and you would probably expect him to play many more under-21s games next season before becoming one of the first names on the team sheet for Wolves. As always, let me know your thoughts on today's video and Mateus Mane. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you on the next one.